Pain is a strange teacher. It doesn't knock. It doesn't wait. It shows up uninvited, violent, raw, and unapologetic. And when it does, it strips away everything. Comfort, illusion, even hope. It tests you in ways no one prepares you for. But what if I told you pain is not your enemy? What if pain is the spark, the catalyst, the very thing they didn't count on you using? They tried to break you, not just once over and over. They saw your heart full of light, and they wanted to crush it. So they lied, betrayed, walked away, rejected, mocked. They smiled as they watched you fall. They mistook your silence for surrender. But they didn't see what was happening underneath. They didn't know that every sleepless night, every tear, every moment of self-doubt was building something dangerous. A new version of you. A version made of scars and steel. You see, pain. It either devours you or awakens you. And you chose to wake up. They wanted you to stay down, to stay small, but you did the unthinkable. You used the pain, not to pity yourself, not to beg, but to rise. You turned your suffering into a map, a blueprint. Every betrayal became a lesson, every heartbreak a push, every moment of rejection a sharpened edge. You started turning silence into strategy, wounds into weapons, doubt into discipline, and with every quiet rebuild, you became something they can't define, someone they can't control. They don't know what to call you now. Because you're no longer who you were. You're not the version that needed them. You're not the one who asked for permission. You're not begging to be seen. Now you walk differently, talk less, observe more. You're surgical with your energy, precise with your moves, and terrifying in your calm. Because people fear what they can't predict, and they can't predict you anymore. You've become the storm they never saw coming, the kind that doesn't scream, but destroys quietly, efficiently, without apology. You didn't get stronger by avoiding pain. You got stronger by embracing it. You studied it, sat with it, let it burn everything false inside you. And when the flames settled, you stood up, not as the victim, not as the forgotten, but as the weapon. You turned pain into something they can't handle because they only know how to exploit the weak. But you're not weak anymore. Now you're the mirror they avoid, the proof that they failed, the living reminder that they didn't break you, they built you. Let them talk, let them gossip, let them call you cold, distant, heartless. They have no idea how much love you had to bury just to survive. They have no clue how hard it was to shut doors you once prayed would open. They'll never understand the war you fought just to look in the mirror and not flinch. And that's okay, because this story isn't about them, it's about you. And how you took what was meant to destroy you and turned it into armor. Now you move with purpose, not to prove them wrong, but to prove yourself right. That you were always enough. That you didn't need fixing, just space to evolve. The power you carry now isn't loud. It's not flashy. It's not desperate. It's calm. certain, untouchable. Because real power doesn't chase, it doesn't beg, it doesn't explain. Real power watches, builds, and arrives without warning. Now they can't read you, can't play you, can't predict your next move, because you've become unreadable. And in a world obsessed with control, that makes you dangerous. That pain they gave you, you turned it into fuel. That darkness, you made it home. That silence, you made it sacred. You don't fight like them anymore. You don't throw punches to be seen. You move in silence and strike with clarity. You don't seek revenge. You become the revenge by living well, by rising higher, by glowing in places they swore you'd never reach, by walking into every room like you own it, not out of arrogance, but out of earned confidence. Because when you've rebuilt yourself from the ashes, no one can tell you who you are. So let them underestimate, let them misjudge, let them sleep on you. Your rise will be the alarm clock. And when they finally realize who you've become, it'll be too late. Because now, you don't need to prove anything. You're not here to be understood. You're here to take what's yours. And if they can't handle your power, good, because it was never meant for them. You earned this. You bled for this. You suffered in silence for this. And now you walk forward not with a grudge, but with greatness. Pain taught you how to survive. But power will teach you how to thrive. Turn your pain into power they can't handle. Then watch them choke on the silence they left you in.